Good morning and welcome to another reading lesson. I am so excited to be learning with you this morning. I hope you're having a great day so far and I hope you continue to have a great day. We are going to start by doing our anchor chart. So I'm going to show you on my iPad. Today we're going to be talking about text organization. So that says description, and I'm going to read these paragraphs to you. It says, informational texts, which we'll be reading today, have a structure or type of organization that fits the topic and the author's purpose. So, description is one kind of structure or organization. Authors choose description to tell details about what something is like. So, examples could be, we'll start over here. It feels like, it looks like, it smells like, it sounds like, or it acts like. So something might feel soft, it might look shiny, it might smell sweet, it might sound very loud, and it might act silly. So that's how the author is going to describe things when we're talking about informational texts. So let's get right into our story today. And I'm going to kind of try and shift my body this way because of the light so that you're not getting super blinded by this. But we are going to read the same story that Miss Walter read with you yesterday. We are going to read Who Put the Cookies in the Cookie Jar. Now, this is an informational text. It's nonfiction, and it gives facts about a topic. So we're going to look for facts about the world and ways that pictures and words give you information about the topic. So we're going to be looking for our power words, which are spoon, against, churn, drive, stock, and heel. So at this point, you should have your My Book. If you are Miss Meadows' friend, you know that it needs to be tucked underneath your iPad. But I would like it if now you could get it out and join me on this page of Who Put the Cookies in the Cookie Jar. You need to be on page 118. If you could turn to that page, go ahead. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. All right, I'm going to assume you're there. Our story today, the title is Who Put the Cookies in the Cookie Jar by George Shannon. George Shannon is the one who wrote the words, the author, and illustrated by Julie Patchkiss. That would be the illustrator, the person who draws the pictures. Alrighty. So go ahead, we're going to turn the page together. Alright, and follow along with me. One hand in the cookie jar takes a cookie out. How many hands put the cookie in is what the world's about. I like that rhyming I hear. Takes a cookie out is what the world's about. Out and about rhyme. So we know one hand in the cookie jar takes a cookie out, but putting how much we put back in and how many hands work together to put it in is what the world is all about. Go ahead, turn the page. Hands that mix and stir the dough, spoon the clumps into a row. There's one of our power words, spoon. Hands that make the cookie sheet, oven mitts against the heat. Very good. So we see a lot of different jobs. I'm seeing jobs like a mom. I'm seeing someone working with metal. I'm seeing someone who's sewing mittens. Lots of people it takes to make these cookies. Let's turn the page. Hands that feed and milk the cow, churn the butter, and guide the plow. So what is the author describing right now? What do you think? I think that he's describing the jobs that are needed to get the ingredients for cookies. So we have to have someone who milks the cow so we can get butter. We need to have somebody who guides the plow so we can get flour to make cookies. There's lots of different pieces that go into it. So I see a farmer. We've seen farmer, person with metal, someone sewing gloves. We've seen a mom. Let's see what else. Hands that sew and grind the wheat into flour for us to eat. So I see more farmers, people working on farms. Hands that tend and feed the hens, gather eggs and build the pen. So I see more farmers. We have farmers. A lot of farmers on this page getting those ingredients for our cookies. Hands that harvest sugar cane, cut and grind, load the train. Ooh, so someone who's cutting down sugar cane and people who are putting things onto trains. Turn the page. Hands that load the trucks and drive. I see truck drivers on this page. Stock the shelves when things arrive. So someone who works at a grocery store. I know I have some friends in my class who want to work at a grocery store when they grow up. Hands that clothe and feed them all. Heal and teach, large and small. Hands that help, the hands that help are what the world's about. So why did the author write this text? Yeah, I think the author wrote this text to tell how each person's job helps everyone else. So we see all these jobs on here. Now I want to, before I tell you what your assignment is, I have one more page. Turn the page, one more page. Many put the cookie in so one can take it out. So we are going to turn our page together, and you are going to end up on page, if you could end up on page 138 that looks like this, write a thank you note. If you could end up there, that would be perfect. Get to page 138. It's a 138. Pause the video if you need to get there. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to do on this page. I'm going to assume you're there on this page with me. What this page wants you to do is choose a worker to thank from who put the cookies in the cookie jar. So from our story. Why do you think this person is helpful? So let's go back and let's think. There was farmers, there were grocery store workers, someone working with metal in a factory, there was someone who was sewing the oven mitts, there was a mom who was baking the cookies, there were people who were driving trucks. Lots of different choices. I want you to choose one of those and write a thank you note to them. So it says, first draw a picture of the person and show what they do to help make the cookies. So what you're going to do in this box is you're going to pick one of those jobs and you're going to draw a picture of them doing their job. So if it's a truck driver driving a truck, a grocery store worker stocking the shelves, or if it's a farmer, if he is if he's gathering eggs, something like that. One of the things from our story, if you need to go back in the video to find it, go ahead and go back in the video and do that. And look for examples, or if you want to see and copy them, like look at how they're drawn and draw it that way. You need a pencil for this, and you probably need your crayon box too. Go ahead and get started on this in your My Book, and have fun, be creative, draw the nicest pictures that you can. Remember, we are on page 138. Raise your hand if you need help getting to that page. But have so much fun. I really enjoyed reading with you today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you for our reading lesson tomorrow. Bye!